CRISPR Roots 42. Again, as we wind down the year. But I did find a couple of really nice EPs this week, I think. Tyler Ray Miniard, The State Line, 6-cut EP. And the Doohickeys, Can't Beat My Old Beater. That refers to a car. No, a truck. A truck? Anyway, it refers to a vehicle. His old beater. The Doohickeys. All right, let's start with Miniard. This is a person, according to the internet, who works at an auto parts factory maintaining the machines in Kentucky until his music gig can go full time. And he's got a song on here called Bitch Work Blues. I don't want to get him in trouble with his employers, but maybe he'd like to get out, all things considered, perhaps. But maybe he's very good at machine maintenance. This is an interesting effort, and I think that I guess I particularly find the way the instrumentation is used and the arrangements interesting, especially for an unusual and very conscious in a way that might be a little surprising. So it's, I guess, there's a lot of bluegrass in here. A lot of the band seems, there's excellent mandolin, lots of fiddle and stuff like this. But also, it depends on the cut. I think there's electric bass on a couple, bass guitar on a couple things. There's, so it's, or piano. So it's not a bluegrass album per se, though this one sounds maybe kind of bluegrass. And plus, the composition sounds classic bluegrass. I think the songwriting is really a cut above. All right, so here's Leslie County Blues by Tyler Ray Miniard. That's Miniard. Miniard. That's the way I don't know how it's pronounced, but I'm pronouncing it very carefully, but I don't know if it's right or not. Miniard. Leslie County Blues.
I was born in Eastern Kentucky, down there on that Leslie County line. That's where I roamed the days of my childhood, help my baby make her moonshine. Mama didn't care a bit for what we did. Scared someday that we might lose our lives, but we was putting bread on the table, better crawling way down in the mines. Here is a steel that Papa gave me. Boy, he done his share of running around, but he kept the family going, even after shot Uncle Bobby down. And our blood was spilled in this house. What else is a poor boy gonna do? Living off the land, running from the man. I got up singing them old Leslie County blues. Got us singing them old Leslie County blues.
Okay, that's pretty good. He kept the family going even after Uncle Bobby got shot down. My brother Bobby got shot down, too. That line hit me for some reason there. I think that's, it's a pretty classic composition. It's not a straight up copy of anything. The singing is excellent, I think. And like I say, the whole sonic environment is surprisingly good, or just like it keeps striking me like, damn, man, that's a fine guitar run, or whatever. And the way it's recorded keeps it loose, and you feel the excellence of the live playing. It sounds like live playing. So I appreciated that. Like I say, a 6-song EP. All the songs are pretty good. I like this first song, Miss Perfect. It was like saying a prayer to God. I've looked everywhere in this town, man. Send me Miss Perfect, okay? Send Miss Perfect to this imperfect man. Just a nice little fantasy riff of a young man. I am struck, and I guess maybe this is what convinced me to talk about the State Line EP by Tyler Ray Miniard, is the last cut on this thing called Love and I. Love and I. And actually uses the subjective case of the pronoun correctly. Love and I went out, or love and I are done. But this nails the consciousness of the arrangements and stuff like this. I think, okay, so he's using fiddles. It sounds like a bluegrass band, sometimes with piano and drums. But in this case, I don't know who he's hired and how it was recorded or overtracked, but it's a string quartet and a piano on an excellent Americana ballad. So I think this whole sonic environment is quite unusual, quite conscious, and quite beautiful. Love and I by Tyler Ray Miniard. You're thinking twin fiddles, but it's...
World that we live in is a roller coaster. I'm just here for a ride. World that we live in is a roller coaster, and I'm just standing in line. 'Cause we are in this old world. It's just some old dogs trying to survive. They say love is a flower, my girl, but flowers, they wither and die. They say love is a flower, my girl, but flowers, they wither and die. And I watch my love walk right away. Now I hang my head and I cry.
That's one of these things I hate to cut off, because I just think that's one of the most beautiful songs I've heard this year, and it has a lot to do with the arrangements. I guess maybe I'll do a top 10 or something like this to try to pluck out 10 from the getting to be close to 100 albums we talked about this year. So much I love so much, and I really want to return to them. So much I might even have forgotten, kind of. All right, so that's Tyler Ray Miniard, The State Line. All right, our other thing is the Doohickeys. Now, I've written about this a little bit, maybe even in my book Entanglements, A System of Philosophy, and elsewhere. Doohickey is a nice word. It's what I call maybe a quasi-indexical. It's not quite like this or that, but it's kind of like this or that. doohickey, whatchamacallit, thingamajig, or like, what's his name? Stuff like this, these are blanks that you grab when you can't think of the right word, or you don't think the other person would recognize the word, so you just go the doohickey. They have some content. Like a doohickey has to be kind of like maybe like a machine or something, like a practical item that maybe that Tyler Ray could use in machine maintenance or something like this, but no one knows what it is because it's a doohickey. Anyway, that's a great name for a band. This is a duo, man and a woman. I should have looked up their names and everything. Maybe I can do this. Let me set up one of their very fine songs, 4-song EP, previewing an LP that's out, I think, January or February, and which I'm really looking forward to. All right. Okay, so here's a song, one of my favorite country songs from a couple years ago, Big Truck by Dylan Carmichael. Ooh, that's good.
She's my walking, living, breathing country boy's dream. It kinda makes me wonder what it is she sees in me. I know it ain't my movie star look, she can't resist. And when I ask her what it is, she says she loves me for my bed, heart and my silver bell buckle, my triple X jean jacket when she wants to cut. My big bear hug, she can't get her on the ground. I bought a big old diamond and she shows it around town. She swears she loves the big things I keep in my head, and my 14 double D boots under her bed. Now she won't admit it, but I'm telling you what, sometimes I think she only loves me for my big truck.
Okay. That's a great 90s style country song by Dylan Carmichael, and maybe one of my favorite country songs of the last few years. But the Doohickeys, who are Haley Spence Brown and Jack Hackett. Haley Spence Brown and Jack Hackett. Maybe they're from LA. I'm not sure. Have this response to that, which is extremely effective. There's a charming video of them sitting on a park bench somewhere doing this song. It's bold. It's brave. And he says this, like, this is a very personal song to me. Difficult to write. Sounds good too, right?
My Tacoma gets the job done. It's kinda small, so it ain't that much fun. But girls just laugh when I show them my ride. They don't care about what's on the inside. I wish my truck was bigger. If I had the money, I'd pull the trigger. 'Cause right now my truck's more like a sedan. I wish my truck was bigger, 'cause then I would feel like a man. Heard a good cleaning could make it look fuller, but with the lights off it.
Oh man. Alright, that actually is brave and it's really hilarious too. Oh, it's so true. And it's a really fun composition because we've got a guy and a gal here, and they're strumming their guitars and singing, and she's singing harmony, and she'll come through at a certain moment with a verse of reassurance, like, it ain't the truck, it's the driver, right? And then the last verse is like, my truck is big enough as long as it gets her where she's going. All right. That's good shit. And we're waiting for the LP. Wonder, I could look up the title here. And there's a song on that one that's similarly radical. Okay. Like, I don't know, man. This might start protests or an inquisition in the American South. They have a song coming called I Don't Give a Damn About Football. A country song called I Don't Give a Damn About Football. All right. So, I mean, this is the most radical political act in the history of country music. All right. Is it though? All right. Anyway, just to give you a sense though, man, they sound great. Okay. All this would be fun, even if it didn't sound that great, but it sounds great. They sing good. The arrangements are cool. It's rocking, at least with regard to these 4 songs. And like I say, I'm looking forward to the Doohickeys LP. Here's the title cut of this EP, Can't Beat My Old Beater. Just to give you, again, the sense of the kind of excellent rocky sound.
Daddy handed down his light blue junker the day I turned 16. Well, it's a gas guzzler and the blinkers haven't worked since 1973. It ain't got seat belts, but it moves real slow. And last year, someone sold the radio. Got a lot of flaws with my rusty 2-seater, yet no other truck can beat my old beater.
Maybe it's bluesy rather than rocky. This one, actually. A little harmonic and acoustic guitar.
Well, I love everything about this old wreck, even though it hardly turns to pass a small check. Got a cracked mirror and a broke speed meter, yet no other truck can beat my old beater. Nothing can beat my old beater. Nothing can beat my old beater.
Well, I guess a little like Tyler Ray Miniard. I find that really accessible and really charming and well played and, fun. I guess I thought I was going to hit their rock phase. But indeed, I wish my truck was bigger. It rocks a little harder. But that's some nice country blues. All right, so that's maybe a somewhat brief, crisper roots about somewhat brief, but real interesting EPs by Tyler Ray Miniard and the Doohickeys.